Yesterday night was horrible night for Manchester United fans. Not only for the Manchester United fans, yes, for the team member, for the teams, for the coaching staff, for all the Manchester United who related to Manchester United teams. It was the horrible match for Manchester United. It was a huge nightmare for us. But the thing is, the law is the law. We can't do nothing about it. What can we do is we need to move on. In the past we have been experienced so many horrible nights. We lost 6-3 to Manchester City. We lost 4-0 to Brentford. So there were a lot of horrible things happen to us. But this time is very difficult to accept because we have been so good and everything. So suddenly when we play against Liverpool at Anfield, we lost 7-0. Yes, it was not acceptable. It was not acceptable and it is not unprofessional like Eric Tenga says, after the match. The players' behavior, the players' mentality, the players' effort has never nowhere near at the professional level. The players already gave up by 2-0 down. So when the game was finished. Unfortunately, couldn't finish. The match keep going on. Liverpool scored another 5 goal. The match we lost Liverpool at Anfield by 7-0. This is what happened. So right now all we need to focus is to come back as strong as possible. Okay, we have another chance to show who we are. We have another chance to get better because we have so many matches to play. We are on the we are still on the another huge competition like FA Cup, Europa League Cups. So we have to play the most important games for this season, and we have to make sure that we can finish top 4 at the end of the season. Liverpool is climbing slowly to get top 4, and there is a Newcastle and Tottenham Hotspur who are fighting for the top 4 spot. So it is not guaranteed yet for Manchester United to make sure that we could finish top 4 at the end of the season. So the loss to Liverpool is we couldn't finish back. The reason, the only thing we can fix is that we can come back better. We can come back better in the tomorrow or the day after tomorrow against Real Betis. We need to prepare for the games like Real Betis because we need to come back. We were embarrassed by Liverpool. It was not acceptable. It is very hard for Manchester United to accept that and to realize that we witnessed that games was not a dream. It was a real things happen. So it is very difficult to accept those kind of situation, especially when we are getting better and better. The last season when we play against Liverpool at Anfield, we lost 5-0. But it was like little bit acceptable because Liverpool has been so much better in the past season, right? But this season we have been so much better than Liverpool, and when we play Liverpool, they win 7-0. How can this happen? How the players are letting this happen? So this is not acceptable. Like every time I said, this is unprofessional from the player. The behavior, the character, the desire, the effort, everything's a record. Everything is a record and everything. The players haven't tried anything. They just accepted that we already lost. This is not acceptable. So like I said before, it happens, right? And we need to make sure that we need to make sure it will not happen again like this. Our defense is actually so strong this season, but unfortunately when we play against big team, we were always struggling when we go to the away from home. We only collect 1 point against big six when we play away from home. We play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. We shared a point. We played at Emirates. We lost. We play at Emirates. We lost. We play at Etihad. We lost. We play at Anfield. We lost. So away from home against big six has been a real danger for Manchester United. So we need to make sure it will not happen again. So it's not about the tactic, it's not about the strategy. It was all about the mentality, it was all about the effort. That is the thing that lacking all the yesterday games. But the things were already happened, we couldn't fix again, but all we can do is to get them better against Real Madrid. So the main thing is the player need to realize, okay, that trauma will not carry to the next game. The players need to realize to fix this game was impossible because it was in the past. So we need to do the thing that we can do, right? That is kind of like the player need to focus back, and the player need to play very well like we did in the past. So we need to focus, we need to prepare for the game against the Real Madrid. We need to bounce back. That is what we are going to do. That is what everyone are trying to do. And all the player needs to do is the player need to trust and follow Eric Ten Hag. Yeah, I know they trust Eric Ten Hag, but yesterday game against Liverpool, they lost their heads, and they don't know what are the standards. They don't know what were the plan. They couldn't focus. They don't know what they doing. When they get the ball, they don't know what they are going to do. So everything was a problem. So there was a lot of things happen. A lot of bad things happen for Manchester United against Liverpool. So it's hard. It hurts to us. Yes, but we need to come back better. We need to show who we are. We need to show what we are building for. We need to show how we are building this team. We need to show this player has enough quality to win trophies. We need to show the players have enough quality to play against the big six. We need to show the player have enough quality to bounce back. That is what we are going to do. That's what we should do. That is what Eric Ten Hag is going to do in the coming games. I believe in it. It was not easy because our players play every 83 days. Our players playing games every 3 days. They don't have enough squad depth, so it is very difficult for us, and it was very difficult for Eric Ten Hag also. The only thing we need to do is, it doesn't matter what kind of situation we are in, our player need to focus what they have to do. The player needs to realize what is their responsibility on the pitch. The players need to focus what was the strategy, what was their responsible for this game. They need to match the highest standards. They need to follow the idea of Eric Ten Hag. They need to listen to what Eric Ten Hag said to them to play against this team. So that is what we are lacking on yesterday games. The player lost their heads, and they doesn't know what they are going to do. They doesn't know what rule they are going to follow, because there were a lot of pressure when the goals are conceding. Liverpool are scoring, so the player lost their head. They don't know what to do, and then they give up. That is the biggest threat for Manchester United. They gave up. We have seen this kind of situation the past 2 or 3 seasons under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, under Rangnick. We have seen this kind of situation. When we conceded a goal, it doesn't matter which minute we conceded in, the players gave us. It's a long way from the finish to the match, but they already gave it because they conceded a goal. We have seen so many this kind of bad mentality from the player. So we was witness yesterday again. It can't happen. Okay, it shouldn't happen. Look at Arsenal, what they do. What they did against the Bournemouth. They conceded 2 goals. People already thought that they are going to lose, but when they get a goal back, already fair. Everyone was fair that Arsenal will be back. That is the kind of mentality that we have to build. We have to do, and we have the kind of mentality because we have been witnessed so many games that coming back. The problem was we couldn't show the kind of mentality against Liverpool. That is the big thing. So yes, it wasn't an easy night for us. I couldn't even sleep. I don't know about you guys, but I really couldn't sleep. I don't even eat, until now. I haven't eaten anything. I haven't eaten anything, so it was a nightmare for us. But all the thing is, we go back. That's it. We go back. We will bounce back better. That is what we are going to do. That is why Eric Tanha already in the training session before the 2 hour ahead of the player arrived at Carrington this morning. That is what we are going to do. So I wish the player will not carry this trauma to the next game. They need to focus on the next game. They need to forget about this game. They need to focus on getting better. That's what they are going to do. I'm really worried about the situation because we need to go back. We have to forget what happened against Liverpool. We have to focus on the next game. That is what we are going to do. But I'm a little bit worried about it but actually we shouldn't be worried about it because we have Eric Tanha. We have the player who has leadership skills like Rafael Varane, Lisandro, Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro. So we have many players who can lead this team to getting better and better. So we shouldn't be worried about that. But I am a little bit worried about that because we need to bounce back. That is what we need at the moment. So what do you think about this game's position? Make sure to comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.